now on the left of your screen, and John Schaffner, the pilot, on the right.
So I love this view where we can actually see their screens. If you look at the screen that's on the left-hand side, in the top right corner of that left-hand display, we can actually see a graphic that will illustrate which Draco thrusters are firing when. They will illuminate with a flash of light. Oh, there's a beautiful shot. We can see that capsule now streaking through the night sky. I believe this camera view might be coming from the recovery vessel or from one of the aerial assets that we have in the area. Another view coming to us from the WB-57 chaser plane. These are thermal images.
Dragon copy. 2 healthy drogues.
All right. Great news there. Those 2 drogue parachutes have deployed. That helps to stabilize the Dragon capsule and provide that initial deceleration via parachute.
1,000 meters, copy.
AX2 is back on Earth.
The display camera view only.
Yeah, you can come on board.
Copy, and work.
Got a better view now of the recovery team there on the right-hand side, making their way, making progress with getting the Dragon capsule rigged and prepared for. Now, the structure that we see up and above the I thought we were going to get some comms there, but perhaps not. That lift that we actually see above those 2 recovery team members, that's a hydraulic lift that once we get closer to Dragon, it will actually push out a little bit and basically hover over.
Dragon, be advised, we are transitioning the forward link. Comm will be unavailable for approximately 5 minutes.
And salty smelling that they will have gotten in the last 10 days.
I love how we're still in their mission. In fact, they went through extensive water rescue training just for this moment. The Axiom crews train on the water rescue, and AX2 is no different. They had some pretty extensive water rescue training, so we're still in the mission.
Yeah, so this is a highly skilled. Oh. There we go.
Dragon, brace for capsule lift.
Brace for capsule lift.
As I mentioned before, this will happen very quickly. This is one of the most efficient and quickest parts of the recovery process. So don't blink. You can see the fast boat now clearing the way for the lift. That lift now underway.
I suppose the last dynamic movement of our cruise journey.
Almost. Once the capsule is placed in the nest will then International Space Station, and we can see that the Dragon capsule is now being translated toward the forward end of the vessel's deck. As I mentioned, all the recovery team members wearing those personal respirators. I always love being able to see the heat shield as the Dragon comes up and out of the water. All right, we can see that the recovery team is now opening the side hatch.
There it is.
This is the first breath of fresh air, in this case, salty air, for the Axiom 2 crew since climbing on board Falcon 9 just 10 days ago. So the first person in is the medical officer doing checks with the crew members to ensure that everyone is doing all right. I see some thumbs up and waving.
See some waving from Mariana Barnawi there on the left. The first photos being taken there. I think they're getting the seal of the hatch, but glad to see our crew's already waving for their photo op. All right, first view of our crew. AX2, happy waves and holding hands all around. That's wonderful to see. Nearing 10 days on orbit, and the crew is nearly ready to egress through that side hatch.
Once again, this fixture that they're putting into place just helps ensure that the side hatch remains protected while the crew is coming out. Did while on the ISS were through that forward hatch that we are unable to see at the moment as it's covered up by the nose cone and just that nose cone out of picture here. Okay, it looks like we might be close to seeing our first crew member.
Yes, starting to see our first crew member egress from SpaceX Dragon vehicle. Who is that? Is that?
I think that might be Peggy.
That does look like Peggy. Commander Peggy Whitson seems to have egressed the vehicle.
It's pretty impressive that she was able to, she had assistants standing up, but, basically just walked right off. That's really impressive.
I'd say her vestibular system is pretty well trained at this point.
Really set the bar high for everyone else coming after her. I wouldn't want to do that. All right, we got legs of our second crew member.
If they're removing from the center, I'm going to wager that it's our pilot, John Schaffner, but we will see.
Generally speaking, it is easier to have the two crew members in seats 2 and 3. So generally the commander and the pilot egress first.
Right. And that does look like our pilot, John Schaffner.
So at this point in time, 2 of the 4 Axiom 2 crew members have egressed from the capsule. Standing by for egress of our 2 mission specialists. Now removing the footrests of those 2 other seats. Once again, this helps to make some additional room to move around and climb out. Or rather, slide out, I should say.
And actually, on the right there is Axiom's flight surgeon, our lead AX2 flight surgeon, Michelle Hong, assisting our mission specialist,
That looks like Rayana.
Rayana Barnawi, egressing a Dragon capsule. Little help up.
Yay! Nice little photo opportunity.
A little celebration right there.
Again, super impressive to me that these crew members are just walking off after being helped up. So now with Rayana having exited, all that's left is Ali Al-Karni, our other mission specialist, who was sitting on the far right-hand side.
And our flight surgeon, Michelle Hong, will actually be accompanying our crew all the way back to Houston, keeping an eye on them the whole time. See the feet now of our final crew members starting to egress the hatch, through the hatch. Ali Al-Karni making his egress from Dragon Freedom. Pausing for a little photo there. That's great. Well, this crew looked like all smiles coming out of that capsule.
সুলভ মূল্যে ভবন নির্মাণের যাবতীয় সামগ্রী, রোলার, বোম লোডার, হাইয়াব ও 50 টনের গাড়ি পর্যন্ত মিলছে ওমানের মাবেলা সানাইয়ার আফাক আল আসমাত আল মাতুয়াত এলএলসিতে। অর্ডারের জন্য কল করুন স্ক্রিনে দেয়া নম্বরে।